Hey everyone, hello and welcome to Newcastle, Pennsylvania. I'm so glad you could join me today for my GrubHub adventure, and it has been kind of an adventure today. First of all, this is the first delivery I've had in 2 years in Pennsylvania. We're just over the state line on the outskirts of Newcastle, PA. From where I picked up in Poland, Ohio, it's only about 11 miles. So it's really not that far, but this is a first for me. So we're headed back to the Buckeye State now. Well, I said it's been kind of an adventure. As you know, we're dealing with the coronavirus, and yesterday, Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio ordered that all restaurants be closed for dine-in customers. So the only business that any restaurant can do is take out or carry out business. So it's kind of interesting to go into some of these restaurants, the full service ones, that are usually really busy around lunchtime, and they're completely deserted. There might be 1 or 2 people in there picking up to-go orders. So it kind of makes me wonder if some of the restaurants will stay open longer term if they don't have that much takeout business, whether it will really be worth it for the few orders that they get to keep the restaurant open. Fast food places and a lot of others that do a lot of takeout business, pizza shops, sandwich shops, that type of thing, they'll probably stay open because they have a huge amount of their business that is takeout. But you get full service restaurants, I'm not so sure. We'll just have to wait and see what the implications of the government actions are as far as the coronavirus. It'll be kind of interesting to see how it affects GrubHub, whether orders increase because people can't go out to the restaurants and sit down, or whether people will just kind of hunker down and do their own meals, or maybe it won't have any effect at all. Kind of hard to know. Not that it's in the long run that terribly important. GrubHub is the least of people's worries, I think, right now. And rightly so. Obviously, GrubHub is a business, though, just like any other business, and a lot of places, especially restaurants, being adversely affected. And not only the businesses, but the people that work there. You go in a place like BJ's Restaurant, which does take out, but their primary business is dine in. At lunchtime, they're always hopping. You walk in there and you see one person doing the takeout, and that's it. Probably a few people in the kitchen. All the other waitresses and hostesses and busboys and dishwashers and all of that, they're not working. So that's a big deal for people. I think the government is going to have to ease some restrictions. I know they already have for unemployment for restaurant workers. But I think some businesses also are going to have to ease some of their attendance policies, because you have children who aren't in school, and a lot of them have to stay home, obviously, with their parents. And if they hadn't previously made arrangements for child care, sometimes one or more of the parents will have to stay home and be with their children. So there are a lot of things to work through as we take on this war with COVID-19. So I hope, first of all, that no one's been adversely affected health-wise. That's the most important thing. I don't think it's a reason for panic or a reason to think that the world's coming to an end, because the vast majority of people who contract the virus, and welcome to Ohio, the vast majority of those people will only have pretty much mild symptoms, but obviously they have to stay home or wherever they are so they don't pass it on to other people. But there are others who obviously are going to be more at risk. And those are the people you really, really worry about. Elderly people, obviously, people with compromised immune systems, and there are a host of others that would be at a greater risk for the virus. So we'll just have to see. In the first 4 hours of my block today, I'm working 6 hours. Actually, the first 3 hours. It's been kind of like a typical Monday. Mondays usually is the slowest day of the week for me, and it's been slow, not dead, but reasonably slow. So it's hard to tell if that's your typical Monday or if it has to do with the closing of the restaurants, or a combination of the two. Well, we're making our way back into Poland, Ohio, waiting on another order. This is about the time of day when the orders start to slow down anyway. As you could see, I didn't have to go very far into Pennsylvania. It's actually out of the territory, out of the delivery region, but not that far. started out the day with clear skies, bright sunshine. But it has clouded up a little bit. Current temperature I guess we're actually in the city limits of Struthers, is 47 degrees. A little bit of a wind makes it seem a little colder than that. I was going to do a video the other day, I think it was Saturday. Got all set to start the video and realized I hadn't charged up the camera. It was completely dead, so no video from Saturday. I uploaded one on Saturday, but that was actually done on Friday. So I'm only working 2 days this week. I think I mentioned that one day last week because we have some errands and then we're babysitting our grandson Gideon on Friday. And then I decided to not work on Saturday, even though that's always a big money-making day. But I think I'll do something fun on Saturday. Not sure what, because I don't know what fun is anymore. Hey, this is my idea of fun, driving around Poland, Ohio, doing GrubHub. Boy, that's pretty bad. I can just see people out there. Get a life, Randy. But different strokes for different folks. Now that I'm back in the delivery region, I wonder if I will get an offer. They actually call them offers, not orders, because you can reject it and therefore it's an offer. As I've said before, I take anything. I think I mentioned before that I had dropped some blocks, that I'd probably lose my Premier status, which enables me to schedule blocks on Thursday, have the first crack at any open blocks. Lo and behold, I did. I lost my Premier status by 1% on dropped blocks. I'm allowed 10%. I have 11. So I can't schedule anything until Friday, but there should be a few openings on Friday for the next week. But if I'm only 1% off and I don't drop any blocks this week, I should be fine. I'm good in the other categories, the attendance and rejected offers. So I just have to keep my nose clean. Keep my nose to the grindstone. Can't keep my nose to the grindstone if I don't get any offers. That church sign back there said no services until March 29th. I wonder if they will even have them then. I have a feeling that the closings and the restrictions probably are going to continue for a while. Some restaurants I visited today won't even let you in if you have an order to go. If they don't have a drive-through, they bring it out to your vehicle. And then there were others that you could come in, give your order, but obviously you couldn't sit down and eat. Okay, well, I'm going to just sit here and wait for an offer. Listen, I do really appreciate you joining me today, taking time out of your day to ride shotgun on GrubHub. Remember, Jesus did not come to judge people for their sin. He came to save people from their sin. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.